give me a shot of hazelnut in it? Yeah, we're just going to have a conversation, and they'll edit you down to 2 or 3 minutes. So this is going to be very, very informal. Roll with the punches. Perfect. Be prepared for anything. Thank you very much. All right, we'll see you out there.
Okay, I'll be right there.
Ooh, pastries. What do they got?
So we're thrilled that we're going to be putting in acoustical draperies in the hall that are retractable, so we can essentially tune the hall, tune the room.
Are these the type of draperies I'd hang in my bedroom? Give us an idea of what an acoustical drapery is.
They're not quite as fancy as your tie.
All right. Enough with the tie. Well, it's a pleasure to be at the Harn Museum of Art, surrounded by all the cultural people on the campus, and we'll get into that a little bit. In the backdrop is the beautiful Florida Museum of Natural History, although the director clearly hasn't pressure washed in a while. So I hope that...
Other duties as required, I suppose.
Absolutely. Thank you all for coming. We do want to spend some time talking about the various cultural activities and cultural venues that are on campus. And fortunately, all the gaffes that we make will be edited out. But the thing I wanted to start off with, all of you have something in common, and that is all of you have some sort of renovation or upgrading project either on the boards, underway, or in planning.
I think it's been 2 years ago now, the plaster ceiling in our Constance Theater, which is our largest proscenium theater in the School of Theater and Dance, began to come off into the audience.
Oh dear.
Yes, that we didn't really actually think that was a great facet of the performance space, and so we began to do an investigation and discovered that the entire system where the students could access to hang the lights and focus the lights was actually purpose-built for that ceiling. So with the help of a certain gentleman who's sitting here in a fabulous Lilly Pulitzer tie, we were able to find funding.
I did not cue her.
We were able to find funding to really clear out the old system, which was frankly dated and inefficient, and are in the process of having all of the positions to hang the lights over what we call the front of house, which is where the audience sits, replaced with a really safe, accessible catwalk system that will allow even for students who are not able to walk to access our catwalks to be able to participate in hanging and focusing the lights.
Great, so that'll make the Constance Theater accessible for musical theater and dance programs and other performances.
We're on a game changer of a project. So we're thrilled that we're going to be putting in acoustical draperies in the hall that are retractable, so we can essentially tune the hall, tune the room. These draperies are thick and sound absorbent, and it's going to change the experience. And then also part of this renovation are line array speakers. Speaker technology is greatly improved, and now you can aim the sound at each seat. So we'll have speakers mounted in the ceilings that will direct the sound at each person.
So if I slip you an extra $10, I can get the speaker aimed directly at me?
You get the deluxe speaker experience. But no, it's a game changer for us.
Our building is 30 years old now. The Harn was built in 1989, opened in 1990, and we have some spaces that are in pretty badly in need of renovation. Some admin spaces, office spaces that we would like to turn into gallery spaces. So fingers crossed, all goes as we're planning. We'll be able to renovate those into some beautiful gallery spaces, increasing our ability to display more artworks and relocating those offices to other places in the museum that you all don't even see or know about, that we hide in all the time. So we're very, very excited about that.
Yes, well, Joe, we're really, really excited to have a renovation and addition project right here at our Powell Hall, McGuire Hall facility. So it's going to re-envision the front entrance to the museum with a 21st century appearance. It'll have a grand and new collector shop. We'll have a multi-purpose room, a new exhibition gallery that we are going to call Earth to Florida, which is the public part of our Thomson Earth Systems Institute outreach to the public, how Floridians can take better care of this special state we all call home. We're open every day except Christmas and Thanksgiving. And so it's really difficult to do major upgrades when you have visitors in the galleries.
Let's go around the table. I'd like to give each of you the opportunity to say one thing you'd like the listeners to know about your unit. And we can all take a moment. You don't have to respond. I mean, we have 60 seconds, so think about it. But I would like to give you that opportunity to say something really remarkable about your unit.
No pressure.
No pressure, exactly. Exactly.
I'd like people to know about our Upstage series. This now constitutes about a third of our offerings. I'd argue it's the best date night in North Central Florida, maybe in all of Florida. But for $55, you get dinner and you get a show, and it's like you took a plane to Greenwich Village and you're back home in your own bed. We do 2 sets, 7 and 9 o'clock, and they are consistently sold out.
I would just go back to the butterfly rainforest. It's they tell us next to gator football, it's the second most popular thing in Alachua County for people to come to.
Every once in a while I read about these fancy art auctions in which paintings will go for 10 million to 80 million to, in one or two cases, 140 million.
Yes.
Does the University of Florida spend that type of money to buy things for the Harn?
No. In fact, Monet just went for sale last night for $65 million. Ooh. The banana is going up for sale tomorrow.
Yeah, Leanne and I are going to actually create a banana. Apparently in Miami, there was an artist who came in and simply duct taped a banana to the wall. And it sold for some ridiculous amount of money.
Oh yes, well that was ridiculous. If you think that was ridiculous, that was $100,000 and $150,000 in 2019. And I don't know if you remember, but you said to me that when I came back and told you about the art fair and what we saw, you said, you know, I can't think of any reason to fire you, but that would be the reason, man.
If you bought a banana?
If you had bought the banana.
But the banana has a peel.
That will be cut. That's going on the cutting room floor, Brian.
But I think the other big thing we provide to campus is an opportunity for not just students in the arts, but students who want to study arts and to deeply engage in an art practice or arts research alongside another discipline. You know, we've had students tell us, when I'm playing in an ensemble, I do better on my physics coursework, my pre-med coursework, whatever it is, because the arts do provide that sort of other aspect to their life that allows them to focus and be a little bit more academically prepared.
And Brian, what's involved, briefly, with you booking some performance into the Phillips Center?
And that's really the trick, Joe, is finding something that is meaningful to the academic life of the institution and can sell tickets at a level to make it financially responsible or even effective for us, right? So there's 80,000 artists out there. It's really our job to find those few that are going to be able to share their gifts in an effective way and fill the seats.
We done? You think that's it? Okay, unless somebody else has something they want to say, burning desire to say something.
These draperies are thick and sound absorbent, and they can dampen the room or dry the room out. And so they essentially are like a